I'm Gijs Weekamp. I'm General Manager at Pestana Amsterdam Riverside, part of the Pestana Hotel Group, and I'm now around 15, 17 years in the business. I said yes to this program because I think it's a great opportunity to meet with peers and learn from industry experts on hotel concepts. It gives you some time to reflect on how you run your own business and what kind of improvements you can do really from a conceptual point of view. You constantly work to improve your services and your product, but you don't really often take the time to reflect on what's the purpose and what's the meaning and what's the storyline behind really to drive success. Because otherwise it's just driven by one person, and if you have a good storyline behind it, it becomes more than that, and then your staff also start living the concept. I think it's very sophisticated. I think it's a great environment to learn and to meet with peers. Yeah, you can see the excellence all around on campus. As a hotelier, you tend to go by gut feeling and go by the rush of the day, and because operations quickly takes over, and reflecting or really taking the time to bring a concept, making sure that all the elements in between are being covered, I think is crucial, and reflection for that and pausing and looking back helps in driving success. In my hotel, we are struggling a bit with how the F&B operation should look like, what kind of product we should offer. And in my hotel, we have a great story behind it, a lot of history in the building. And now I have a more clear idea on how to frame this and how to bring this forward. Will that be successful? Only time can tell, but it definitely gives some food for thought and some ideas how to bring it forward. I always thought I was not the most creative person, that I'm surrounded by creative persons and that I'm good in leading the process. But actually in a few exercises we've done, and by really thinking outside of the box and by not stereotyping, I realized that I have much more ideas than I thought I had. I was expecting when I signed up for this course that it would be primarily hoteliers taking the course, but now being here I see that there is interior designers, there's architects, there is real estate developers and hoteliers. And I think for all people working in that industry, working in hotels and needing to bring change, I think it's a relevant course. The insights are amazing, and it really puts a new perspective on how to run the business. I think it's very relevant for general managers or hotel managers in hotels or regional directors, business owners, but also for people considering opening up their own business in hospitality, but also like we now see in the course with architects and interior designers having their own business in this field and want to bring their business forward.